Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Salut. Oh, we procrastinated.
We did.
But this will be a good one because we procrastinated. That's what I'm deciding right now.
Yeah.
We work better. No, we really, nothing's better under pressure. It's just, we just wait till the last minute. But that's okay.
But it's not like we're on a schedule.
No,
Ish.
we're not.
As long as we do twice a month, that's all that matters.
That's our contract to ourselves.
Yeah.
Twice a month.
Yeah. There's no contract to anyone but us.
We're not getting paid. We make our own goddamn schedule. Highlight? Lowlight?
I guess my one highlight is the sun isn't setting at 5 o'clock anymore.
Then that's the daylight savings or daylight other way?
Well, daylight savings time will start in March, I think.
Okay.
So we'll roll the clocks forward.
Spring forward.
Yeah.
And if the whole country were to adopt the thing that people keep talking about, it would be that way.
It would be permanently daylight savings time.
Permanently spring forward.
Yes.
Okay.
So which means like here, sunset would be at the earliest probably like 5:30 in the winter.
And what states don't want that to happen again?
I don't think there's really any states that don't. It's just the House of Reps doesn't care right now about anything.
Oh, okay.
Because it's already passed the Senate. It just needs to pass the House of Representatives, and they basically just won't even, like, vote on it. Yeah, they don't care.
But what did we
they
do?
Don't care about doing their job in general.
Well, there was something that...
They're talking about if we can set our state time zone permanently to Pacific standard, because technically the time zone changes. So there's PST, which is Pacific Standard Time, which is what we're in right now.
Hashtag mansplaining. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you have Pacific Daylight Time, which is PDT, which is once daylight savings time goes into effect, it changes into like Pacific Daylight Savings Time or whatever the heck it stands for. I don't know. So we would stay in PST permanently. We would almost be like Arizona.
Okay.
And so the plan, at least what these couple senators were talking about, is that Washington State, Oregon, and California would all adopt the law.
Oh yes, that's right.
So basically our whole little region would be the same. We wouldn't spring forward or fall back. We would just stay the same time, which is the same time as winter time. So we just wouldn't spring forward again.
Oh, so we wouldn't be in spring forward permanently.
No. We would be in like normal, like non-daylight savings time hours.
But maybe the rest of the world would be in spring forward. Country.
Yes. And
am I simplifying it too much?
No. Basically we wouldn't follow daylight savings time anymore.
Okay.
At all. Until the federal government decides to give the states, because that's basically all the bill is doing. The bill is just giving the states the power to permanently be in daylight savings time, because for some reason that's federally mandated and not by state. Even though the states can say, I don't want to observe daylight savings time at all, and they don't need the federal government's permission to like opt out of doing it. Yeah. So basically they're saying, depending on, I think this year and like maybe what happens with the election or what all sort of kind of happens.
If the world doesn't end.
Yeah. That they're talking about our three states becoming like a Pacific coast time, basically.
So, I'm sorry. Do we cover the whole coast? Like these three states? Like that's so wild.
That's it. California, Oregon, and Washington.
How big the states are.
That's how big California
Yeah.
is, really.
Yeah.
California is all the way from Mexico all the way up to Oregon.
Gosh.
Which is crazy to think because it's only 3 states on this coast, but the East Coast is, what?
Too many.
14?
Oh, so wait a minute. Does Texas? God, this is so all right.
No, Texas is Gulf Coast. So Texas is the Gulf of Mexico.
What time is it there? That's what I
It depends on what part of the state you're in.
What?
Texas actually spans 2 time zones. Part of it's mountain time, part of it's central time.
It's nuts. But that I kind of almost consider that part of this coast though, but I guess they're not considering that.
Yeah, and I mean, they're not even technically East Coast because they technically aren't on an ocean. They're on the Gulf, which is not the ocean.
All right. Critic. Everyone's a critic.
I'm just saying.
It's salt water. Are you saying that the Salish Sea is not part of the ocean?
I mean, it is part of the ocean.
Okay, then. Gulf Stream. What are you playing
River.
with?
The bag from the charms. I'm fiddly today.
Fidget. Lowlight.
I'm not allowed to talk about the weather anymore, so.
It's either a highlight or a lowlight. He sneaks it in.
I really don't have one.
Well, that's encouraging.
I don't know, just kind of.
Hey, Dustin.
Yeah.
You know what we really could have used? Camping. All of our years of camping.
Yeah, I do know what we could have used.
Do you? Please tell me about it.
We could have used a Jackery portable power station.
What's that?
Well,
what does it do?
It's basically a portable battery that you can plug all your devices into. It's got AC outlets, DC outlets, USB plugs.
How big is it?
There's different sizes. So there's some that range from, I think it's like 1,000 watts to like 3,000 watts, something like that.
That's a lot of power.
It is. It is a lot of power.
What can I plug into it?
You can plug in pretty much anything you could plug in at home into it.
So it has like wall outlet thingers.
And DC outlet thingers for like all your 12 volt stuff.
USB outlet thingers.
Yep, for your phones and tablets and laptops.
So you can bring this anywhere because it's portable.
Yep.
You can have it on a boat. You can have it camping. You can have it in a van for van life.
Yep.
Wow. I kind of want to try it.
Okay.
Okay.
If you would like to check out more, if you go to our website, thirdeyesailing.com, under our affiliate links page, there should be a link to Jackery right there. We're just kind of chilling, hanging out.
Cruise.
Hasn't really been anything.
We've been cruising
Low
for the
lady.
last like 2 months, it seems.
Winter.
Which I guess it's fine. But we were so busy, like in the fall and in December. It felt busy, but we really weren't. I guess we were still coming down from the busyness of November. Oh no, we had my friend here.
Yeah, your friend was here. We had Thanksgiving
Yeah.
in November. We had all the festival stuff up until November.
We were coming down from the adrenaline high.
Yeah.
Last month and this month. Okay, so no low light for you.
What about you? What do you got?
Well, I got my highlight that you didn't take for once.
Yes! Progress.
We're number 14 on the Friday Harbor wait list. We're gonna write a song about waiting.
I guess we are. It was to me.
Waiting. Number 14. Technically number 12 on the liveaboard wait list, but we need a slip to get the slip. Liveaboard slip.
Yep.
Dip. 14. So, number 14. What do you think of with number 14, Dustin? Because I already have my answer. Can I tell you? Troy Bolton. That was his number in High School Musical. So I've always loved the number 14. Don't laugh at me. High school musical. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We moved up quite a bit.
We started at 27 last year.
Yeah. And we moved.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do math.
Well, between
13 spots.
13 spots altogether.
Right.
But we only moved like 5 spots between
February and September last year.
Yeah.
And then between September and February of this year, we moved 8 spots.
Yeah. So the trajectory for getting to the island.
So if it tracks,
Next
will
year.
this time next year.
Wait.
Because that's about. I mean, we moved 13 spots. So if we move the same, we'll be like right there.
But we're gonna urge Friday Harbor Marina inhabitants to move on along and go somewhere else so we can
Go somewhere warm.
Go somewhere warm.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Go to Mexico. It's nice.
Guatemala.
Free up a 30-foot boat slip so we could,
Yes, please. 30 foot. Not 32, not 10.
No.
30.
So between there and Shipyard, because we're still on that list too.
It's a mile away from town.
I know, but if it's...
Yeah. I know. And we're going to get a bike. Hopefully one that actually gets here. Ships from China. And
yeah,
we'll try that again. We ordered a tandem bike from China and it never got here.
Due to factory issues, supposedly.
Lowlight. I had one, and now I can't remember it. Why do I write things down? I forget. I totally forget. Wow. I suck.
It's okay.
The whale traffic control in Seattle.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Love. Mon ami. I'm learning French.
So,
it's going great.
The U.S. Coast Guard has partnered with a bunch of the whale research places out here. I'm not quite sure on the places, but they now have what they are affectionately calling whale traffic control. So there's going to be a hotline, which there already was for the different research stations.
Oh yeah, like the center.
But now this is going to be where you call the Coast Guard and you say, hey, I saw an orca here. This is my location. And they'll basically real-time update a map that they'll then be able to give that information to cruisers. And I think it's more aimed at commercial vessels. So I'm betting the ferries will get access
all
to
the
it.
busy water
And I'm
highways.
betting it'll be something that all of the commercial shipping ships that come through here and all that stuff. Cruise ships.
Shipping ships.
Yeah. Yeah, shipping ships, container ships. I can't word today. Okay?
No, I liked that. Shipping ships. All the commercial shipping ships. Oh, yeah, we've been trying to keep the highways clear for a while, but it's getting harder and harder and I don't really know if we're busier shipping shit or the whales are just back off! I'm swimming over here. More and more. They're not avoiding it.
I think that's partially what it is too. They're branching out into areas they don't normally go. I think part of it's because of food. They're having to travel farther for food.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They've instituted a bunch of stuff for big ships. There's certain areas, certain times a year, they can only go so fast.
Is that just here though? Or was that the fishing thing that we...
I think that's just in the Sound.
Okay.
But it's their whole test thing of, I think it's during the winter months. And some in the summer too, of like they want ships to go slower because it reduces the underwater noise pollution.
Yeah.
And they notice that it seems to help feeding during the winter when it's normally harder for them to get food anyway.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's this year that I think it fully goes into effect, the 1,000 yards rule. So where in the Sound you have to stay, 1,000 yards away from any sort of wildlife, marine wildlife.
But there might be an increase in footage yards with endangered species.
Oh, okay. They're saying it might actually even be farther for endangered.
Well, because the southern residents, they had a farther stay away length than...
I think they had 1,000 as the default, I thought.
Is that the default? Okay.
I
just know there was more.
Hi, so you guys know what I'm probably about to say about clothes. Well, happy Earth. I mean, how many times do I have to say it? I can't stop because it's so great. All organic cotton, no polyester. They do sustainable practices in their factories. All of their factories and they're all run on solar energy, which is just the future. We're in the future, guys. So with our code, Third Eye Sailing, you now get 20% off your order. Like I've talked about before, they have activewear, which looks so cute. I want to try all of it. And everything just looks so cozy and comfy. I want to just get a basket of it all. And you choose every order. You can choose a cause. You can plant 15 trees. You can avert 150 pounds of carbon emissions, or you can choose to pick up a pound of trash with each order. I mean, the causes. So I hope you guys give it a try. We really like them. Of course, they align perfectly with what we're trying to do with this show. And get cozy. Fall is here. We are ready for the harvest time, and they have a lot of sales too. So go for it. Have fun on us. 20% off Third Eye Sailing. Thank you, Happy Earth.
Than other animals.
Because I think it was like, what was it, 300 yards or 400 yards, I think is like the standard for whales. But I know that, the southern residents were more.
Yeah. Progress. We're caring over here. Just needs to branch out to everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many places in like Mexico and California, like the blue whales. The blue whales, they go, I think, through California, and I wonder if I don't know their laws. We should look that up, because, there used to be that huge, big population of blue whales. I don't know if they're still there when they migrate. But, like, all these right whales were washing up on shore, getting beached in the last month. I guess it's their migration season. So, it's just very frustrating. We're trying. People, this is good. As sad as it is, people are like seeing this more and more, bringing it to the public's attention, and when people start caring, that's when shit starts to really happen. Like, you have to make the people care somehow, and if it's you being morbid, then that's what it is.
That's what it takes, unfortunately. Yeah.
Which is really usually what it takes with even us humans. So disgusting.
Yeah.
What you got? More green stuff. We've been looking at deciding between a normal outboard and an electric outboard for our dinghy. I didn't know that electric cars were heavier than normal cars.
Yep. Which are already heavy to begin with.
Give us a weight difference again with like a sedan. You talked about this. I just can't remember the numbers.
I think like an average sedan is probably 3,500, 4,000 pounds. and you're looking at an electric car, it's probably 6 or 7.
That's insane.
I could be completely wrong on my numbers, but
well, okay. What was
because
the
if you
Ford
compare like the 2 Ford trucks, so a normal F-150 is I think 5,000-6,000 pounds, maybe 7, and then the electric variant is probably about 8.5.
So much car, but it's all
so much
batteries.
That's really a lot of the weight because the electric motors weigh nothing.
Nuts.
Yeah.
So I mean, electric is gonna be a little more expensive, obviously, but you'll get your money's worth after a certain amount of time, for sure.
Yeah, and I think if you look at it less on the one of the kind of going back to like outwards, like if you look on it less from the typical argument is, oh, well, you're not going to be spending money on gas. Like, okay, that kind of makes a difference a little bit. But it's more of the convenience, even with like normal electric cars, like versus like a gas car. You're still gonna have, your normal like wear and tear stuff on a car, right? You're gonna have your brakes and your tires and your suspension and normal like wear and tear parts. But you're not gonna have the biggest wear and tear, which is a gasoline motor that, needs oil changes and stuff breaks down and it gets to a certain point and then you're having to tear everything apart and do a complete rebuild and
PTSD.
Yeah, and dealing with, did I get water in the engine and now there's water in the oil and it's ruined and I have to, completely rebuild the engine 3 times. No PTSD or anything. Compared to an electric motor of any sort of variant, there's no maintenance at all.
Okay, but let's go back to the convenience part.
You start it and it's on. There's
you have to
no.
Make sure it's charged.
Well, yeah, but in any form of electric anything, I mean, we're used to plugging everything in, right? Like our phone may be at 48% when we're done for some people. And what do?
Wait till it's at 1%.
You plug your phone in at night and charge it, right? So it's that same kind of mentality of like, even with like an electric outboard, if you're done using it for the day, you plug it in and away you go.
Can it die if it's just sitting like a laptop?
I think it will slowly lose charge, but not enough to be noticeable because it does run off of lithium batteries. So it's basically like, it's actually the same one, at least the e-propulsion ones I was looking at, it's the same capacity as one of our batteries that we have.
Okay.
It's like a little bit less than that.
Does that happen with electric cars? If they're just sitting, do they die?
I think like any battery, they will lose energy over time. But a lot of time with electric cars, if you keep them sitting, you'll put them on like a trickle charger. So it'll just slowly charge the batteries. And then when they're full, it just kind of like maintains them and keeps them at full. It doesn't really hurt them too much in like the long road. You know what I mean? That's the same with this. You'd use it. And depending on, usage, you can either leave it or, like if you're going to be going on like a big trip somewhere, you make sure everything's fully charged before you leave the dock. And then, at least the nice thing about this is the e-propulsion ones, like the newer ones, you can get like any sort of charger you want. So you can get a normal wall charger. You can run it off. You can charge it off a 12 volt, or they even or they even come with a solar panel charger. So if you have like a little portable solar panel, you can just plug. They come with a little inverter that you can plug directly into that panel and then charge it off of solar.
Okay.
I was kind of thinking about eventually wanting to get like a little portable solar panel anyway, even though we're gonna have like big solar panels, but just to have like a little portable one. Just
portable solar panel?
Mm-hmm. It folds. It folds up. And to like, probably, but you can get some that are like the size of your laptop, maybe a little bit bigger, folded. And they're that kind of material. They're not glass.
Like
you can
the rubbery that we were thinking of, the other kind that we were thinking of.
Yeah, you can like walk all over them and drop them and do whatever, and they don't. You can get like little like 120 watt little portable panels. Wow. That work really well.
Portable. Mm-hmm. But so the Jackery thing would work too, wouldn't it? To charge. We can bring that with us when we ever go camping. We can just like have it with us.
Yep.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting one of those. I don't know what size.
Jackery, use our code.
Yeah, use our code. Third Eye Sailing, Jackery.
Portable battery. Very cool. Okay, I think it's decided. I think we're going to get an electric motor.
Yeah, I just think for the convenience, not having to worry about keeping gas on board the boat and having to keep it in a well-ventilated area.
Keep diesel on the boat. We're gonna keep diesel on the boat.
Yeah, but we have cans, and diesel still needs to be in a little in like a decently ventilated area, but it can go down in the locker in the cans and be fine. Where gas, like, you need to make sure that it's vented properly and like all that kind of stuff. Like there's also a risk of diesel won't explode. Diesel sitting in a can won't combust. You actually can't light diesel on fire.
Oh yeah. Because
there is no actual spark that actually ignites in a diesel motor. It's pressure. Heat and pressure. Yeah.
That's the noise it makes when we're starting our motor.
So yeah. I think a Jackery's will be a great idea. Just to be able to have that portable power and also have it as backup. You know, for some reason we wear our batteries down and.
Honestly, even if we get those before we get solar, because I mean, not that we won't, but like solar, that's something that you want to do. Like if you're actually going to be cruising and never had a freaking dock.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess even the way of like. Yeah, I mean, I guess
it's just another option.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I guess like my kind of idea with it too is.
Did you know that only 9% of plastics have ever been recycled? That blows my mind. What have we been doing these last however many years since recycling came about? Only 9% of it. The rest of it ends up in landfills, oceans. Awful. Well, enter C-Bar. So they are dedicated to cleaning up the ocean's trash. They pick up a pound of trash for every order that is made. That's insane. These people are so dedicated to this mission, and that is why we decided to apply for them as a sponsor, and we got it. We're so happy that they're going to be supporting the show. With our code, you get 15% off your first order. They are a company that makes shampoo and conditioner bars, and it's so cute. They come in they look like deodorant, and you know, it's like Dustin's sister called it a push pop. So it's literally like a little deodorant, and you can get refills too. So when you run out, you just take that thing out and then you put a new one back in. They have really, really good smelling scents for their bars. When I use the shampoo, it feels like I'm just like getting a essential oil bath on my head. It's so great. And you just smell so frighteningly. And my hair really feels like so soft and just healthy since I've been using it. So with our code Third Eye Sailing, you get 15% off your first order. I hope you guys give it a try. We love this company and we love what they stand for. So on us, guys. Thanks, and thanks for listening. Thank you, C-Bar.
Like, even if, you know, for now, the majority of our time is gonna be at a dock when we're living aboard, just because I'm working full time and just everything that entails, you know. But I think even having solar before, you know, we set off and actually start like cruising around the sound would be nice, because if we can get everything, we're gonna wanna have everything set up to where we can run it off of the batteries and off of an inverter. So like the least amount that we really need to be using shore power for stuff, kind of the better in a way, because then we're self-sufficient. You know, what if Friday Harbor loses power?
Yes.
You know, some random event, and
which
now
happens often.
Which
like.
I think it's just out here in general. It
Yeah.
happens often. You know, and then now we can't cook and we can't do this and we can't. But if you know if we're set up to be self-sustaining, which was the plan. You know, we can run most everything. And I see it too of like the batteries aren't just sitting there at full charge and not being used. You know, if we're running everything off of them, they're constantly getting discharged and being used. And, you know, I mean, we should be able to run pretty much most things on AC that we're going to need to. And it's only going to be a couple things. It's going to be the induction cooktop and the microwave air fryer oveny thing. Those are the only two things that are actually going to be running off of AC, and like charging some laptops and stuff. But but I mean, we could even switch. You can get 12-volt chargers for those. So, because I did want to add some 12-volt plugs.
12-volt. That is a cigarette lighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, switching courses.
Yeah, because I could. You gotta steer me away, because I could just keep talking all day. So.
We procrastinated. I had the full moon releasing. What are we releasing on the list? But it's now a waning moon. But that's okay. What are you releasing? What did you release from the full moon?
I don't know. I have to think on it.
All right. Well,
what did you release from the full moon? I've been talking for a minute. You need to talk. Say something.
Say something. Say what you need to say. All right.
We're in a mood.
I think I'm made for the lights a little bit, just a little. What was I just gonna say? Oh yeah. I'm not lowering my vibe for people anymore to match theirs, to make them feel better. I'm not saying I need to be happy all the time. Who's happy all the time? Not me. But I'm not gonna like, if I'm having a great day and I call somebody who is not having a good day, I'm not gonna like intentionally try and make myself seem like I'm not as happy or having a great day. Because that doesn't help anybody. That would just make the mood worse for both of us. Where if I had my little sparkliness, that might make them feel better. So I'm gonna try and go with that more and just be more conscious of it. Because then it's really hard. Because then I just feel what they're feeling. So then I do kind of get like closer to their level and not even know it. And then I get off the phone and I'm like, oh, I was in a good mood. What happened? Oh, wait. But yeah. So I guess I'm just, if I'm in a good mood, I'm not going to let other people bring that mood down. And if that's selfish, then I don't care. So
maybe a little. But
maybe a little. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna like try and make my situation seem not as good as it is, just to make them feel better. I'm going to try and make them feel better in different ways. Or if they need to just talk and vent, then I will listen and try and not speak. Which is really hard because I want to fix shit. But, yeah. So, I'm trying to let that go. I'm accepting my Minnie Mouse era. That's what it is. What can I say? I'm a happy person right now, and I don't want to.
Yeah, there's no need to not be happy.
I want to make people laugh and make them smile, especially when they're having a bad day.
Yeah.
The end.
Okay. I guess my thing that I'm releasing is to, I guess, kind of stop caring what people think, in a way.
Elaborate. Say more.
Like, I guess, like, sometimes I like to, I guess, control what I say, in a way.
Filter?
Yeah. And I'm tired of filtering.
Fuck the filter!
So, I guess, yeah, just trying to just not really care what people's reactions will be to, like, saying something that is
controversial.
Like, or just, like, honest and true, like, about the situation. Like, why is there a need to flower and pretty it up when, you know, someone's being stupid? Like, I'm done with that. So,
don't be stupid. But we can say people are stupid if they're being stupid. Maybe not to their face. But
yeah.
There's no other nice word. There's no other nice word for dumb people.
No. Dumb and stupid. That's...
You can't fix stupid.
Nope. You can try. But
Mom
what's the point?
taught that to me from the day one. You can't fix it. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
No more filters on both ends. I like it. That's all I got.
That's all I got. It got dark again.
No! We're not going to talk about the weather. We're not going to talk about We need to start recording inside a boat where we can't see outside.
But we can.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can.
The windows are blurred.
I know, but you can still tell. If it's sunny, it's brighter.
And we can hear the rain.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Follow us through.